People with a higher education tend to vote Liberal. People say this all the time. Is it true? I kind of think that it's more about what people are exposed to. When you walk out your front door in rural Canada, you're seeing fields, machinery, small business, long roads, big skies. People in rural Canada, they live in tight-knit communities, ones where everybody knows each other. Life is about hard work, self-reliance, and protecting what you've built, often with little help. So it makes sense that they would value freedom and tradition and lower taxes. It makes sense that they would be put off by big government and sweeping social change, or that maybe it felt distant or pushed on by people that don't know anything about their lives. People in the city, however, walk out their front door and they see people from every background. They take transit, they see pride flags and climate protests and shelters on their way to work. Their neighbors are immigrants or queer or unhoused, or maybe they are those things themselves. So when these people hear policies on equity or public health or social programs, LGBTQ rights, they don't feel political, they feel personal. So let's go back to the argument that people that have a higher education vote Liberal. Well, really, the people that have a higher education, they have to move to these cities to go to university. They often have to work in cities when they have that higher level job. And while I would argue that they encourage them to have big picture thinking and systems level solutions and a more global view, I don't know that it's necessarily that someone is smarter when they vote Liberal. It's just more so that they live in those locations where they're exposed to a lot more. So here's my final takeaway. We often look at Canada as a whole, and truly, we are just not a whole. Many of us are living very different experiences. And if we were able to step back and maybe take a look at each other's front doorsteps, we might realize that the things that we are advocating for are important to the lives that we're living. I would also say that exposure breeds empathy, and the more that you're exposed to diversity, the more that you care, because it affects you or it affects the people that are close to you. And that is why I vote Liberal.